political concerns, a kind of political activism, because most mainstream media were under strict censorship of the state. Now, in this open and freedom of expression era, should the theater play the same role? These are like the first question we had. We also have this, a lot of questions like, is this style, I mean the previous style of work in our work, the idiom that we used before, still an appropriate strategy for subverting the status quo? In fact, if there is no clear status quo, is it possible to be radical or even to be dramatic? Many theater groups and artists, including us, are grappling with these questions. In fact, many theater groups that, very active before 1998, after 1998, they then disappear because they couldn't find, I don't know, somehow the new reasons. We in Theater Garasi did not know the answers of these questions. However, there are two things that came up from our attempt to find the answer to these questions. First, we found out that the artist can no longer take a role or have an illusion as someone who stands at the forefront of the society to deal with the regime, because the regime is already gone. In this open era, the citizens have found many channels to vent their complaints and concerns. What we can do as an artist is to have a dialogue and work with the society as peers, no longer at the leading front, in trying to cope with and understand the changes that come really in rush. I don't know whether you have been to some Southeast country. If you've been there, maybe you will know. I mean, you will get the sense that these changes are really coming in rush. And then the second thing that we found out, that we know that if we wanted to continue our practice in theater, we have to depart from these questions, not from the answers. We have to use these questions as our basis for our next journey. Based on this insight, Theater Garasi then feel the need to redefine our language of theater. Based on these insights, then, we formulate our new missions or orientation, which is to devise our theater in order to become an alternative way to read, to investigate, and to perform the concerns of society. In other words, we try to use theater as a way to understand the ever-changing realities. For Theater Garasi, the core approach of such orientation is then we choose a collective creation based on research and observations on particular social concern that we